So here's Cardano on the 2 hour. I mean, this is how Ripple looks as well. I mean, damn, this is looking good. Now, as far as the indicators, like actual market cipher B indications and proclamations, this money flow is inwardly curving, which is a big deal. An inward curve is much different than an outward curve, because an inward curve keeps on inwardly curving and eventually goes whoop and flips up, which is what's happening right now. This money flow is gonna ramp up, and shit's gonna get it's gonna be crazy here. Momentum, the gates are open. Cardano is gonna keep pumping. This looks amazing. This looks amazing.
That looks amazing. Well, who you just heard from is the legend himself, CryptoFace, who was literally on our show like 45 minutes ago. And we had asked him to show a Cardano chart. And, well, that is what he had to say. So in this video, I'm going to give my thoughts. You heard CryptoFace's thoughts. He believes Cardano is getting ready for a massive pump. I'll give my medium to short to medium term price prediction on ADA. And I also want to share some important updates from Cardano metrics. Take a look at this one. This was posted by Tap Tools. Just in, Cardano ADA is now the #1 most bullish crypto in the world. Now, this is in terms of measuring sentiment. We know when you look at things like brand recognition, I forget what the exact term is that they use to measure this, but Cardano is #1 when it comes to recognized brands. Not in crypto, but, well, it's #1 in crypto, but globally it's top 25. Beating out Bitcoin. And so Cardano has always been at the forefront of retail. And you take a look here from Tap Tools again, the most bullish when it comes to sentiment. You also have this posted by Angry Crypto Show. Cardano ADA global search interest surges over a 100% on Google Trends since last week. Now, if you're sidelined on Cardano, well, you shouldn't be. Okay, you should have been buying at sub 50 cents, even at 55, 60 cents, because when Cardano moves, it moves very fast. It's like a Ferrari. It goes from 0 to 60 in like 1.2 seconds, and next thing you know, you blink or you wake up in the morning, and the position that you were looking to enter into has almost 2x'd, literally overnight. And so do not sleep on the pace and velocity of which Cardano's price action is going to go over the next couple of weeks here. Also, from the live show, CryptoFace said he believes Bitcoin over the next 2 weeks is going to get to $150,000. We know the markets all tend to move together. Once we see Bitcoin start cooling off, you'll see that big second leg in altcoins. Could ADA get to that $2.50, $3.50 to $3.50 level? Potentially, yes. We know the last all-time high is around $3.05 to $3.10, depending on where you're aggregating your info from. But if you're curious on a more longer-term price prediction for 2025, if you finish this video at the very end, you'll see that video I created last week or 2 weeks ago pop up, where I give my in-depth analysis and thesis on Cardano's price prediction for the end of 2025 and the end of the cycle. So make sure to watch that video. Moving on, again from Angry Crypto Show, Cardano ADA 24-hour trade volume surpasses $1.4 billion according to CoinGecko. So everything under the hood is telling us that fundamentals are moving to the upside. You saw CryptoFace's analysis on the charts with Market Cipher. I'll give my personal analysis here in a second. You also have this as well. Cardano active addresses have surged 38% in 10 days. Again, things are moving. And this number actually is going to blow people away when midnight drops. Because guess what? You want the airdrop. You want to get midnight. You want to farm it, or not farm it, but you want to get in there and get the tokens. You have to do it through Cardano, which means you got to create a wallet if you don't already have one. And then, speaking of midnight and my favorite conference, Rare Evo, which is coming here next month. If you don't have your tickets, buy your tickets. It is, again, my favorite conference out of all the conferences that happen in crypto. Bitcoin conference, Consensus, nothing wrong with them. This is my personal favorite. If you're a Nevada local, you get in for free. Use Sin City Comp as your code, and you show your valid ID when you get there. It'll be a free ticket. If not, prices are still cheap. There's a link in the description of the video. But midnight will be there. This is posted by Rare Evo. Midnight aims to solve the Web3 privacy paradox, confidentiality without compromise, compliance without centralization. We are honored to have Midnight join us at Rare Evo with exclusive insights into their vision and impact on the entire blockchain ecosystem. I am excited to see Midnight and the reps there speak at the conference. All right, let's move on to the chart here on ADA. Now, when Face was showing, he was talking, I believe, talking over the 4-hour time frame. I'm a little higher here on the daily. The daily shows an outward curve on the money flow, which in this case is good because money flow is currently in the red, and it is about to cross over into the green with RSI and stochastics almost getting to that oversold level. Momentum wave came in and set in a new high relative to the previous ones. In fact, if we measure the last time momentum wave got this high, it was right here. This was November of 2024. And well, let's just see what price action did in November of 2024. And I will drop a vertical, and we're going to look to the right of this vertical line. This is when that momentum wave hit that peak that we're seeing now on the daily. And well, what did ADA do in its totality? It rallied around 175%. If we get a similar rally of 175% from current prices, and I'm not saying this is for sure going to happen. Let me actually pull this. I'm not saying this is for sure going to happen, but 175%. Let me expand this out just a little bit. So 175%. You're looking at a $2.09 Cardano. Now, again, just because it's happened before doesn't mean it's going to play out exactly the same. But I would argue the sentiment, I don't know if it's a lot more bullish than in November of 2024, but there's definitely crypto is on more solid footing, more solid ground now than it was back in November, which was the Donald Trump pump. When he got into office, he was a new president-elect. Everyone was super bullish. We saw that massive rally. Now, I think the foundation of which crypto stands on, including Bitcoin, is a lot stronger than it was in November of last year. Google search is up. Metrics that I shared with you earlier are up. So I can definitely see this thing happening. And again, when it happens very quickly. Now, to the downside, if we do see a little more push to the downside on the daily, the immediate level I'm looking at, my friends, is going to be the top end of our Ichimoku cloud, which sits right around 69.29 cents. Me personally, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but I got bullets ready to fire on a long trade, probably a 15 to 20x long, if ADA does pull back to that 69-cent level. And one more thing I want to do here is I want to pull my fibs, see if there's any confluence with the Fibonacci levels and the cloud. Unfortunately, we don't, but we do have some confluence here on our 50% retracement level and our 9-day moving average, which currently sits at 67. And let me move this flag over. 67.9 cents. So that would be the second level of entry that I'd be looking at if 69.4 does not hold. Either way, things are looking bullish. Cardano has broken out of its cloud. We just twisted green, which is very bullish as well, as you can see here. And the markets are heating up, my friends. And again, some of you might be feeling like Cardano's been lagging, but don't sleep. This will be the absolute worst time to sleep on ADA and a potential ADA pump because it is coming. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to come check out our live show Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Till the next one. Peace.